Yeah, we have a couple of guys who are pretty good fathers. I have a feel. I don't really know. I've never seen Fred in action, but
I have.
you have.
Yeah.
Is he like a?
And he reads to his daughter every night, and oh my God, she thinks the world of him.
Yeah, I mean that's very feminine, Fred.
You think?
Yeah.
No, I'm just trying
No
to.
guy reads
I'm
to
just
their
trying to
kids
make
at
up
night.
for the fact that nobody was around for me when I was a kid.
You're trying to be the father.
So that's my obsession.
You're trying to
You're
be
obsessed with surfing. I'm obsessed with being a good dad.
I got to ask you, Howard.
Yeah.
So DePace just says to me on the intercom, he goes, "What about me?" And I said, "Well, you can't golf 2 days a week and be father of the year. Do you agree?"
He's a bad father, I'm sure.
He said he's taking his kid to a baseball game, but that's really what Scott
Wait a
wants
minute.
to
Wait
do.
a minute. Didn't he call from a strip club and give the phone to Artie?
Yes, he
Uncle
did.
Artie.
Talk to his
Yes,
kid.
he did.
He got a lap dance.
Yeah, we were at.
That's
we
not
were
Father of the Year.
Scott golfs at least 3 times a week. There's no way he could be a great dad.
Right.
Like Gary takes all of his free time. Like as soon as Gary leaves here, he's with his kids.
There have been days when Gary
And Scott has a nanny and he's never home.
Yeah.
See, I'm in my big break right now.
Right.
I coach baseball. It started in April, ended in very late June.
Right.
And I have a little break. Football starts in about 3 weeks.
Right,
Yeah.
I was going to say, Gary can have a monster schedule, and he'll still be there coaching.
I'll call Gary about the show and I'll ask him about a guest and stuff. He'll go, "Oh, hold on, I'm here with the kids.
I'm on the
game.
field.
I'm on the field. Give me 2 seconds." Now, DePace, you're out.
I
of the
do
running.
that
He'll be
stuff
whispering
too.
because
No, you
he's on
don't.
the
Yeah, I
golf
do.
You golf 3 times a week, and you have pretty long hours here.
Yeah,
you
but
golf 3 times a week. You have a nanny. You're never home.
they're well taken care of.
You're so not in Fred or Gary's or John
Just not
Hines.
by you.
On the weekends, I'm all about them. I hang with them all the time.
Yeah, but you're not in their category. Trust me.
Yeah, because they don't reserve it for the weekend.
Scott can't stand that I'm better at than anything.
No, it's just because your wife doesn't rule the. How do I say
What?
that?
My wife doesn't rule what? Just say it. It's okay.
No, I want to take that back.
But say
It's
whatever you
just
want.
because.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Just say it. It's okay. I won't be offended.
Because your wife makes you do all this crap.
Nah, he's way more.
She doesn't
into
make
it than
me
you
coach.
Yeah, well, I'll coach.
When?
Gary's. Let me ask you
Whoa,
this.
whoa, hold on. You're gonna you say you're gonna coach, but when it's 4 days a week and it starts cutting into your golf game, I guarantee you
I
you'll
was
quit.
I was gonna do it this year, but our town is so weird. They wanted a background check and all this crap.
What
and
are
I was
you
like, you know what? I'm not doing all that.
You
don't have to-
You got to take a class. You got to go to Rutgers and take a class how to coach. I'm like, I'm not doing all that. I just want to go out there with the
but
kids.
that's the point.
That
Gary
is
would
the
do it.
point.
You're not
I've
in his
taken the
league.
class and I've
Hold it. I'll
submitted
go.
to the background
Match
check. By the way,
this story. You ready?
Yeah.
Gary slept on the Intrepid, a battleship with his son
No.
Jackson.
it wasn't the Intrepid. The Intrepid would have been amazing.
Right.
The ship that I slept on was docked in Fall River, Massachusetts, home of Hank the Drunk. Some of the fathers left the boat to go to a bar. And they came back and they said, it's way better on the boat than out there.
But shouldn't you tell your kid no? Shouldn't you just say no? You can't.
But why would I
teach him independence a little bit?
At
Oh,
3?
my God.
So he's 3?
No, but at the time they were like 5 years old. I want to give them good things.
You slept on a ship when they were 5 years old?
Yeah.
That's irresponsible.
You can't even
Why?
match.
Wait, why is that irresponsible?
A 5-year-old shouldn't be on a ship.
Why?
Sleeping over?
Why?
Stay in your
Why not?
house.
But wait, why
I don't
should
know. That just seems odd.
How? Like, what do you think was irresponsible about it? Like, what could have gone wrong?
A lot on a boat, on a ship. What do you mean?
what?
What could go
It
wrong? He could
does.
fall over. He could.
Dude, the boat is.
I'm sure the boat is
Scott,
very
you're
safe.
not-
It's built for
no
kids
offense,
to visit.
You sound ridiculous.
And that's why you have a parent there, so your kid is watched.
You're
I don't
no
know.
way in his league.
It's a
I
museum.
wouldn't do it either because I'm just selfish that way and I don't care about being on a boat and it's about me. He sacrifices himself for his kid.
Yes.
He's way better than you.
The other thing,
he's
though-
way better than me. Dude,
Hold on.
the guy's
The other-
a better father than you.
No, he's
Get
not.
over it.
There's no
Get
over
way.
it.
I'll never.
Nobody's
no.
a better father
Just
than
because
him.
you spend more time doesn't make you a better father.
No, but he also is super involved, super interested.
kids
He
are
knows how to
older.
talk to his kids. Even when they were young, he bathed
No, he was
them.
always there for
You
him.
sit and bathe your kids?
He took baths
no
with
way.
him.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't?
No, not because it's gay.
You've
it's
never
it's,
bathed your kids when your
What
wife...
is it?
A couple of times.
But what is it then if it's not gay? What is it? What's
It's
weird
a
about
waste of time.
for you?
Right.
Exactly.
So you're not just leave because you're only going to look foolish.
right.
If you go up against a fathering contest with this guy, you're going to lose.
But
There's no guy I
that
know
makes
that
him a
puts in
better
there.
father because he bathes his kid.
Yeah.
Because he's involved.
He's involved with the kids.
I'm involved. Got clean kids.
No, you're
He
not.
actually might know his kids and what they're thinking, and they might actually talk to him.
I tell
And
you
your
what, you
kid-
bring
you-
in-
I talk to my kids.
You're
bring in
talking
your-
about Rush Limbaugh.
No,
You
I
didn't want to
don't.
talk
I do.
about
I
that.
talk. I'm very fair though politically. I talk to them about that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're fair like Fox.
My wife,
or else.
my wife ain't friends with you anymore.
I know.
Oh, does she
What?
not? She doesn't
Oh, she
get
couldn't
you
even
at
If
all.
the wedding
Yeah.
invites went out today, would I still be on the list?
Yeah, because
Probably.
I dig you.
Oh.
I mean, I don't like that you hit your
You'd
dog,
have been
but
on his side.
But I still like you.
I tried to talk to the trainer yesterday. We played phone tag, but his message was something like, "Yeah, I'll help you out."
Yeah, but the trainer told me he's already spoken to you a couple of times and you've turned him down.
No, that's
what he
not
told
true.
Beth.
I kept hearing there was this trainer. He was a mystery trainer. I never spoke to him once.
That's not what he says.
No, the news kept saying, we've got a trainer. I'm like, where's his number? It never came up.
All right.
I wasn't going to search him for it.
Scott said in a wrap-up show yesterday that he doesn't think the trainer's going to work because it's going to be long and tedious, and we're going to get homework, and we're not going to do it.
Yeah,
in
I mean,
one bar.
you are
He's
gonna
not
get
a good
homework.
dog owner either.
He's horrible at. He's a horrible dog owner. He's a horrible
God.
parent.
You're crazy.
I'll tell you what I'll do, man. Let's play newlywed game with kids.
I agree.
All right. You have your sons come in, and I'll ask you
younger.
questions. What's the difference? I'll ask you
They
questions
know
about
you,
your
don't
kids,
they?
and we'll see if you know the answers. And I guarantee you, Gary will know his kids.
I can tell you
better
right
than
now. I can tell you one that I could beat you on right now. Lucas just graduated the 5th grade. I guarantee you, I can tell you every teacher he had for every grade by name.
And you know you can't do that.
Do it.
Mrs. Scriteroli or something.
Or
Like
something.
that.
That's your answer?
Go ahead. What are
You're
Lucas's
sticking with that.
teachers?
He had first he had Miss Benzenberger for 1st grade. Then he had Miss Harris for 2nd grade. Mrs. Harris for 2nd grade.
Look at this.
He had for.
Why do you want to know that?
He
Oh,
was
my
there.
God.
He
You
was
know
in
that.
love
He knows
with
the
these
teacher.
people.
My teachers
Scott, I'm like you.
recognize me.
I can't name one of my kids' teachers. We're not great at this. He's
No,
a great
that's not
father.
true.
He's a great father.
My kid's in 1st grade. I don't need to know his teacher
Dude,
there.
yeah, you do. You should have met with the teacher already a
I
couple of
met
times.
with one of them. It was boring.
Mrs.
Look,
Kistler
Lord,
was his kindergarten teacher.
It's not boring. It's like important. Like, if you're a good dad, you got to meet with the kids.
It's
And
very important for
Right.
a teacher to know that a parent is involved. They get better.
I'll t-
The students
Believe
get
me, I'm
better
involved. I help with
Do
his
you go to-
homework
do you
all
go
the
to
time.
Daddy Sunday?
I help with his homework all
do you
the
go
time.
to Daddy Sunday?
The hell is that?
See, that's what I'm saying. You're not a father.
What's Daddy Sunday?
Even I did Daddy Sunday.
Wait, Scott gets home earlier than me, right?
Yeah.
How many times in the year do you pick your kids up from school? And that's how the teachers know you. That's how I know the teachers.
There's
You
a bus to take him home.
I know, but sometimes it's very exciting when your kid sees dad standing
They
at the
love
door. It's so exciting. How many times have you gone to lunch at your kid's school?
Go ahead.
No,
Answer.
I'm not going to
See?
do that.
They love it when you show up for lunch. It's exciting. They're
he
so
could do
proud.
that.
The kid's so proud. You sit at the
I
table
can
with the
answer
kids.
that
How
question.
many? It's a half an
Gary,
hour.
you show up to lunch
Yeah.
at the kid's school?
All the parents do.
They do?
Yeah, they encourage the
Oh,
parents
my
to
God.
come.
I would have clobbered my old man if he showed up.
Loves it. I treat the kids to cookies. He's so psyched that his
Really?
dad's there. And then they go out on the playground and I say goodbye.
How old were they when you were doing that?
Well, at the school Lucas just graduated at, I was doing it up to this last year.
What
Like
year
sometimes-
is he in?
Well, he just finished 5th grade.
Oh, wow.
But like on a Friday, if I had, if I'm home and I have some time, sometimes Lucas say, "Hey, Dad, could you come for lunch today?" I'm like, "All right, I'll come by." Sit at the table with him and his friends.
Wow.
They love it.
Wow.
Yeah, he's involved. They actually
coddling
like
them.
him.
He's
not
coddling them.
coddling anything.
Scott, that's a good father.
Yeah, whatever.
Dude, I'm
His
telling
kids
you.
won't grow up gay. I guarantee it.
I would tell you that for Scott.
What's that, Scott? What were you about to say?
I would.
You guarantee what?
Guarantee that they are
I
going to be
would.
gay?
If parenting had anything to do with being gay,
Dude.
I don't think it does. But that would be.
I think it's
More
more
you
than
think I'm
that.
making my kids gay by going to show them to
That's
lunch?
not what I just said. That's not
But
what I
just-
just
Gary's
thinking
such a
it-
great dad. His kids call him mom. They don't even.
Exactly.
They got 2 moms.
He breastfed them.
Listen, I take my kids to the golf course. We go out to dinner a lot.
do
So you
what
do
you
things that you
do.
like to do, not what
Yeah.
they want to do.
Well, maybe they're going to like
When was
it
the last
too.
time you did something
I
they
watched
wanted
the
to do?
Phillies with my son.
No, but
That's stuff you like.
Frank gives a great example. Tell me something you've done in the last year that you absolutely hated, but you did because they wanted to do it.
The pool. I hate going to the pool. I'll do that every once in a while.
That's lame.
Wow. Listen, you're father of the year. Don't even go into a
Yeah, don't
contest.
run in here for the father.
I
contest.
I
Don't
said
go
to-
into a contest with
Just
Gary. He's like the perfect father. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I've seen the guy in action.
He's into it.
In Scott's defense, though,
He runs around a barbecue.
I'm not sure that's the definition of a perfect
Mary
father.
sits
but
there like a guy, and Gary runs around and like chases the kids. and-
Exactly.
yeah.
You just said it. Mary sits back like a guy. Well,
Yeah.
That is so not true. That is so
I've seen it in
not
action.
true.
So I'm being a guy and he's being a girl.
They just
That's what
reverse
you
the
were
roles.
saying.
Yeah, and he's a great father.
She does a ton
Yeah,
of
most
work.
guys
So
are
a great
not
father.
great at parenting.
So a great father is a guy who acts like a girl. All right, I guess I'm getting it.
A great father is a mother.
Yeah. Fred holds a reading class every night.
well, actually,
Absolutely.
it's a mother
I
with
read to the
maybe
kids.
sports skills.
What do you read to the kids? What you want, probably.
What was the last thing you
No,
read?
they've got their little books or whatever. Those
Name one.
He read Penthouse 40th anniversary.
I can tell you every kid's favorite book. Name
That's
2
four.
books you read.
Kyle likes those. God.
Name 2 books.
Spaghetti, something about spaghetti falling in your head or something like that.
You don't read to your kid.
Yeah,
You don't.
Name
Once or twice
No, you
you've
don't.
done
There's that one. When he was young, that Grover. There's a rope.
But
at
he's
the end
not
of
young
the
anymore,
book.
so what do you read to him lately?
Yeah.
He reads himself. He reads himself now. I'll stick with
Gary
him.
sits there and reads.
Gary,
him.
like my son Derek loves all the superhero stuff,
Right.
so I'll read some superheroes.
All right. Okay, so your father would do.
Yeah,
I
so
play
in
video
between-
games with them.
All right,
How
then.
often
Do you
play
ever do
video
anything outside with him? Physical?
games? Yeah. We'll have
like?
catches and stuff. Yeah, baseball. I'm teaching them. I teach them golf. I teach them baseball.
All right, well,
and
that's
football a little bit.
Just the other day I watched while they built a deck.
That's a dad's duty, right?
He says he's teaching them football. What he's basically doing is watching his favorite team play football, once in a
No.
while dispensing a fact.
No. We'll go out and throw the
No,
ball.
you're
around.
not. Believe me, this guy is a father of the year, and you're not. All right, I'm done with the
All right,
discussion.
all
It's
right.
enough.
But in Scott's defense, when we were at that
Yeah.
strip club, he could have hung up on his kid.
That's true.
He gave the phone to me.
Oh, look. Okay, here's Father of the Year. I'm going to put this picture up, I think. Here's Scott DePace. He's got a big cigar in his mouth. He's holding his son, and look at the smoke going into his son's face.
I second that. His kid will not grow up gay because he won't make it past the age of 14 from secondhand smoke carcinogens.
Look at the secondhand smoke going into that kid's face.
My dad smoked around me all the time.
That doesn't make it right.
You can't go out. Look at that
Wow.
It's like growing up in the Sea Caucus.
Okay.
picture. Big cigar blowing it in the kid's face.
That's horrible, Scott.
That kid looks miserable.
Hey, Kyle, go juggle a chainsaw.
All right, look, I got to
The kid
take
does look miserable.
The kid looks absolutely miserable.
Looks like living with Rush Limbaugh Jr.
Let's go to Joe in Allentown, PA.
Hey, now.
Hey,
Hey, listen, I wanted to ask Scott a question, if I can. Is that all right?
sure. He left, but go ahead and ask it anyway.
Oh, God, I wanted to ask Scott if he could go kill himself. This guy needs Fuck Nut of the Year award. He is the biggest fucking asshole, and I got to tell you, Howard, this brings your show to a fucking screeching halt when that goddamn asshole is in your studio. I love you, but that dude, that's just a screeching halt, man.
All right, very good, Joe. Thank you. Kevin, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, I heard Scott complaining that if you want to be a coach in New Jersey that you've got to go to this class and everything. Actually, my dad does those classes, and what it really is, it's about a 3-hour, maybe a little less, it's a slide presentation, and it's a discussion group, and it costs $35, and it's no big deal. I don't know what he's complaining about. If you're a dad that into it, you can't.
Right.
You can't cough up 3 hours and $35. Scott, I'll send you the money, Scott, if you need it.
Hey, you're right.
That's the point.
that's
He
the
doesn't
point.
have
And-
3 hours for his
No,
kids.
He could be
not
golfing.
Not only that, it's like if you're a parent, and let's say you don't want to be a coach, wouldn't
Right.
you want to send your kid to a place where you know the coach is like certified, he's had a
Scott
background
doesn't
check,
care.
he's not a child molester,
course.
and he's not going to fly off at the handle when the kid doesn't catch a fly ball?
Scott
Absolutely.
doesn't care where his kids are
Right.
going or who's supervising.
I don't think Scott has the $35 either.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well,
Scott.
you know, the seminars don't even have that much to do with coaching. It's got more to do with, just being considered.
Coddling the kids. In our town, they don't want you to keep score, no stats. It's a bunch of crap.
So
Well, that's the town. That's something that you take up. That you take up. at
I
one
know.
of the
Listen,
leagues.
I'm going to
But
do it
that'll
next.
take that'll take time, Scott. You'll have to invest some
It's
time.
3 hours. It's not
I
like a
know.
whole
I'll
thing.
do it. It came up. Do you want to be the coach or whatever and do all this stuff? And I was like, I don't know. No.
Right.
But I was at every
Gary
game.
does.
I was at every game, and I was a coach. I was there on
Listen,
the
let
field
me
with
tell
the
you
kids.
something. Don't feel so bad. You have a lot of outside interests. Gary doesn't have any. He's like
he wanted kids because he
yeah.
wanted to be interested in them.
Gary's a guy who goes to Vegas and sits in his room. Gary's a guy who goes to Vegas, sits in his room, and looks for things like he can't even entertain himself. So he
You'd
needs
have things
people.
to do.
That's why he's a great father.
We were all sitting out there trying to figure out why, because I was thinking about what Scott
Right.
said. Why does your town have a creepy rule of asking for a background check on a coach?
Why is that?
No, I didn't say it was a creepy
You said they have a
rule.
bunch of creepy rules. Like
No,
they want
bunch of-
background checks.
No, I just said it was like this whole thing. When I was a kid, there were plenty. I mean,
Okay,
you never
but you're
had to
not a
do
kid
that
anymore.
stuff.
Now there's fucking pedophiles.
Now all of a sudden-
this is what Howard. This is a background check. You fill out a short form,
They see if you've
and you
ever
give
been
them a copy.
arrested.
You give them a
I
copy
was-
of your license,
Right.
and they do. And you know what? And I'm glad they do that.
Why don't you want that?
I overstated. It just seemed like a pain in the ass.
Come on, Scott.
Make sure
For
that
me,
other
I'm glad
people-
that the other coaches have it, but
But
for
why is
me,
it a pain in the ass to give someone your license so they can make sure you're not a pedophile?
I'm saying taking the class and the background check and all this crap. I was like, Jesus, I just want to help some
3
kids
hours.
out. What am I under inspection?
Yeah.
You are.
I don't,
A little bit.
I don't
Read
want
the
to be.
paper?
But what are you offended by? Like when I took the class, I was actually grateful that I learned CPR again, just for my own family or for anybody. It's just good to know.
You win. You're a better father than him. He's not a good father.
Face it,
and
you're
he's got a
Goofus, he's
lot.
Gallon.
And he's got a lot of interest. Like I see
Yeah.
you. You love to be with people, and you love
I do.
like you do.
I
And
hate people.
He went to Vegas. He didn't know what to do with himself. He was begging Nick DiPaolo to come to his room and watch TV with him.
That's a horrible way to be. You better
Yeah.
pick up some hobbies quick.
Yeah, he needs
The
people.
bigger question is, what is Scott hiding, people?
Nothing.
Background he doesn't want us to know.
Maybe I'm a pedophile.
By the way, you know what golf stands for?
what?
Howard, you know what golf stands for, right?
What?
Go out and leave your family.
Right, of course. All right, Mike, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, someone needs to call fucking CPS on this guy. This guy, dude, do you even go out with your kid fucking once a week, dude?
Do I have to answer this?
I don't
Jerk
know.
off?
I don't know.
Yeah, I go out with my kids. What are you talking about? I took them out to dinner last night.
Oh, wow.
My wife worked late. I went out.
Everybody takes their kid to fucking dinner. That's fucking normal shit. To you, that's fucking not.
I went to the pool last weekend with them. I hated every second of it.
All right, listen. You're not going to beat Fred. You're not going to beat Gary. You're not going to beat John Hine. John Hine is like Father of the Year,
Yeah,
too.
John Hines. Good.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
John is Father of the Year. I don't know his parenting.
Oh, my God.
history.
He's really good.
You
He's
beat
way
me. I've
good.
never met my kid.
Mike, it's unbelievable. Thank you. All right, Scott DePace, our director, TV show director. Excellent. Good job.